I don't quite know what it is, but it's something about Jimmy. I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you, Jimmy. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. I'm still congested, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying to break through. I appreciate, however, all the remedies you guys are giving me. Somebody said that my digestive tract has too much dairy in it. One, I'm from Wisconsin. All we eat is dairy. That's not the case. I've been traveling. So I've been to 6 different airports in the past 2 weeks. I have seen thousands of people, shook hands, been around people. It's the changing climate, y'all. I went from being in 75-degree weather Friday morning to by Friday afternoon being back here in 20-degree weather. So that's all it is. We getting through it. We getting through it. Just a little patience with me, okay? So, first things first. What's up, y'all? Love is Blind, season 6. This is episode 3. I don't know. This season is not grabbing me. It's not. I don't know. Maybe once we get into more when the couples are like together. Maybe it's because it's 6 episodes off rip, and I'm like, ugh, it's so many. I don't know yet, y'all, but let's keep it going. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I would love to get to 22,000 subscribers. So if we can do that, less than 1,000 away. Yeah, we're about 750 away. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video if you don't do anything else, and then hop in the comment section so we can talk about everything that happened in this episode. People posting spoilers will be blocked. It's 5 of y'all so far. Five people posting spoilers. I really don't know what to tell y'all. This is my Vicks before somebody says I'm, sniffing whatever. Gotta clarify. Can y'all see that? Lavender, okay? Okay, let's get into it, y'all. So, we start off with Johnny and Amy. So they're the first couple, so far the only couple that has been engaged. So they come rushing out. They look pleased with each other. I don't like his hair. I don't like his hair, but she likes his hair. He likes her. He called her beautiful a gazillion times. I don't remember if she quite called him handsome, but I know she said she loved his hair. Now, she did say in her confessional that he is not a man that she would have approached in the real world, but she's paying attention to her heart. Her heart is drawn to him, so she's going to make it do what it do. She tells him that her dad had a dream, I guess some years ago, about her, and that in that dream, her kids had, I guess, lighter brownish blonde hair, and he has that hair too, so in her mind, okay, in her mind, that is going to where are these things? Okay. In her mind, that is a sign, okay? That's a clear sign that she's doing the right thing. This is going the way that it should. So we pan over to the men's lounge. Y'all, Clay is up in there crying. For what? Now, here's the thing. I know that this show, this process can be super emotional, can be super draining for all of these people. I get that. But something about Clay's crying seemed very performative to me. I don't know what it is, but it didn't give like I'm crying because I'm really like figuring some things out about myself. It gave I'm crying because I want America, as Matthew would say, I want America to see me in a different light. Did y'all get that? Is it just me? So he's talking to Jamal, and he said that he's a really good guy and he does want love and all this other type of stuff. But we've heard the ladies say that Clay has been telling them that he's not a good guy. He's not a good dude. So it's really giving what's going on here, sir? Like seriously. He said that he really wants this and he is facing a lot in here. We have seen you talk to one lady. So I don't know what exactly it is that you feel that you're like going through so so heavily, but We've seen you talk to one woman. But okay. So we get to Clay's date with AD. Y'all keep calling them Chris and Paige. I'm assuming that those are spoilers because nothing about these people give Chris and Paige, but I'm assuming y'all something happens in the next couple episodes. But he's telling her that he was triggered that she was expressing herself when she had a connection with someone else. That's wild. That is wild to say. The fact that you are expressing yourself triggers him. Girl, but red flags. Red flags, sis. Wrong road. Turn the car around. But this is also the same girl that said when she sees a red flag with somebody, I just paint my nails red. It's giving airhead. It's giving ditzy. It's giving don't embarrass the black women of today. We got one black woman that is getting through, and you acting like, okay, girl. She said when Matthew challenged her from day one, um, and she said that Clay never met her with compassion, which is true. He did not meet her with compassion. He then tells her, I was crying all morning. So? Then he was like, but I'm really sensitive. So? So she's like, well, I think it's very masculine that you would just let it out. Crying is a relief. I mean, no shit. We all know that crying is a relief. These two gonna work my nerves. If they get together, they are going to work my nerves. I can feel it. She then brings up him saying that he's not proposing until he's confident in her looks. Girl, you have had two strikes. Or excuse me, two red flags. He has two strikes. It's like isn't AD the girl that when I did the cast video, I said was gonna do a lot. I didn't even want to read her bio. So he then tells her that, I did say that, doesn't apologize for it, doesn't take it back. Doesn't take it back, doesn't apologize, doesn't say, maybe I just kind of misspoke, doesn't try to clean it up at all. He just pivots and it's like, well, I'm not giving up. Don't give up on me. I'm gonna keep fighting for us. They agree that they're not gonna ever walk out on each other. She said, if I hang up, I'm gonna call right back. You better than me, because when I hang up the phone, I hung up the fucking phone. But okay, whatevs. AD said with her in his corner, he would be the greatest man. You gonna look good, baby. I'm gonna make you look good in this side, girl. In this moment, you're doing what you said you weren't going to do. You're basically telling him that you're beautiful, you're a catch, you're all this other type of stuff. You said we're going to look good together. You didn't say I'm going to build up your confidence. I'm going to show you how to be more compassionate. I'm going to teach you about empathy. I'm going to make sure that you become the man that you want to be, that you feel you are inside on the outside. I'm going to do all of that. Your thing was, we going to look good together. I'm going to make you look like the greatest man with me on your arm. Y'all might be meant for each other because it's giving shallow, AD. So she's grateful for how he's showing up and for not making a fool of her. When? When didn't he make a fool out of you? I can count at least 3 times that I've seen this man make a fool out of you. And we're on episode 3. I can only imagine how many more times by the time we get to episode 12. Can't save them all, Tam. Can't save them all. So then we get to Brittany and Kenneth. I'm rooting for them. I like them. I like Brittany and Kenneth. I think they're really cute together. I'm all in. So he set up a little painting and salad date. She was geeked about that salad. I was like, where's it from? It didn't look like no Chick-fil-A salad. I can tell you that. Brittany asked what his ethnicity was. I said, girl, that's a brother. You can't hear that. You can't hear that voice. That man sounds like a nigga. He just does. He sounds like a black man, right? He was like black, and she was like, yeah, I figured that. I said, I bet you did. He sounds like a black man. So he was like, so I'm assuming you're white, facts. So he asked, is that a problem for her? And she said no. So he asked, would her family have an issue with that. And she said that she's comfortable with that. And even though people are judgmental, you have to just correct their thoughts. Because at the end of the day, she going to lay her head down next to this brother. I said, okay, Brittany, I like you so far. So she was like, how do you think I sound? Or how do you think I look, I should say. He was like, I think you have long hair. And then she was like, okay. He was like, is that right? She said, I told you I'm not going to confirm or deny. So he was like, well, what's the point in doing it? So he was like, how do you think I look? She was like, I think you're stout. I said, girl, stout is code for short and fat. Stout is code for short and fat, but she was like, I think you're a respectable height. And then he was like, what if I'm 5'4"? She said, oh God, I hope not. Hell, he don't look much taller than 5'4". I could be wrong, but from where I'm sitting, he don't look more than like 5'8", 5'9". Hell, I look taller than Kenneth. But she said that, you know what? She's gonna follow her heart, and if you 5'4", god damn it, I got a 5'4" Negro on my arm. Let me stop, because Brittany doesn't seem that way. Let me stop. So they then talk about physical intimacy. She wants to wait until marriage. He does as well because he wants God to bless their union. I think they're gonna work. I do. I think they're gonna work. I really don't like his hair. I think maybe if he put it into a style, it would look a little better, but I think they're going to work. Now, do I think that she's going to find him attractive? I don't know. I don't know. Kenneth he's an attractive man. I will say that he's not ugly by any means, but I don't know. But I got a good feeling about Brittany, okay? Jeremy and Laura. I don't like either one of these people. So he said he has sleep apnea, he has a CPAP machine, but he didn't bring it. I said, oh, so you just want to die. Sleep apnea, I have two cousins that have it. Sleep apnea, you literally stop fucking breathing while you're asleep. Death. That's death. And for you to not bring your machine, girl, bye. Boy, bye. Like, what? So then I was with her. Wait, what? How are you going to sleep? He then said, who said we gonna be sleeping on the honeymoon? I said, ooh. Suck it now. So they did talk about holidays. She wants to know what like a typical Thanksgiving and Christmas are for him. Do you have traditions? Do you go out with family? He said they're lonely. Thanksgiving he spent with his mother and his grandmother. Christmas he didn't do anything. She said she hates Christmas. She said it puts her in a bad mood. I forgot her reasoning why, but I know she was saying how she doesn't have a lot of family traditions and things like that, like I guess some of her friends do, or peers. So it just kind of puts her in a bad mood, and she's never really excited for the holidays. The holidays change as you get older, though, until you create your own family. I remember Thanksgiving and Christmas being with both sides of my family. My parents are still married, thankfully, you know, 45 years. So growing up, we every holiday we would either start off with my dad's side, then go to my mom's side, or we would start with my mom's side, then go to my dad's side. And I feel like now, at 39 years old, it's different. Once your grandmother's died, family change, people, certain sectors have more kids, more bloodlines. Like things change as you get older. It's up to you if to, either keep the traditions alive or to kind of start those traditions yourself. So that's exactly what Jeremy wants to do. So they talk about what like a Christmas would be for them, and he wants to recreate the Christmases that he had. So his father died when he was young. So he wants to recreate that. We're waking up early, we're in pajamas, both sides of our family is over, them leaving the boot prints that Santa was there. Like he wants to recreate all of that. And she's all on board too. Jeremy and Sarah Ann. She tells him that she feels like her Botox is dropping in her face. I said, girl, what? I don't have anything against people that get Botox or plastic surgery. That's your body. But like, why is this a conversation starter? He then asks, or he asked about her social media following. She has about 4,000 subscribers on Instagram, and he was like, "Holy shit, what a lot! 4,000 on Instagram is really not that much, considering that they're like not even influencers, but like just regular, daily, schmegler people that just kind of post that have like 10,000. I have some friends that are not influencers that have like 10,000 subscribers, like 10,000 followers. They just do. I have like I think I barely have 2,000, but he was very impressed by 4,000, which I thought was precious. She said on her TikTok she had close to 40,000. Is that what she said? And then she was like, I don't even know half these people. I barely talk on there. It's easy to get followers on TikTok if you're consistent with posting, though. He then asked if she has an OnlyFans. I thought that was weird to ask. She said no. They talk about politics. She said she's a huge patriot. I said, oh, okay. I, I don't get into who people vote for. I think if you follow me, it's very clear where I stand on politics without me saying it. But I don't know. It's something about when people call themselves patriots. It gives racist to me. It gives segregation. It gives I don't like you if you kneel for the flag. You know what I mean? It presents a certain way. And it's unfortunate because that is not what a true patriot is, but that's what it has turned into over the last 8 years or so. That's what it's turned into. So they talk about abortion. She does not believe in it for birth control. If two people are consensual and they lay down and they produce a child, she believes it is their responsibility to raise that child. She does, however, feel that if there is, I guess, incest or assault of some form, then it should be an option then. I feel like these are good conversations to get into. Remember, was it Bartice and Nancy did not have that conversation until later? And then it turned kind of contentious, right? But he seems to agree. So for them, the conversation has gone the way that I guess they both wanted it to. He feels that as a man, he should not be speaking on a woman's body, and I said you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I do not feel that men have any right whatsoever to comment or speak about a woman's body or about what a woman chooses to do with her body. So we then get over to our next engagement, which is Kenneth and Brittany. And Brittany was giving Sammy Sweetheart vibes in this scene. Didn't she look like Sammy Sweetheart from Jersey Shore, y'all? But he proposes, she accepts. Great. I can't wait to see their reveal. Jessica and Jimmy. I'm sick of seeing Jimmy. I wish she would pick somebody so we can get on with the show. So she's talking about a typical day with her daughter. Her daughter, like, what does she say? She likes spaghetti. So she makes spaghetti for her, all this type of stuff. And he's back there popping his knuckles. And I personally thought it was just rude to do while she's talking. So she's like, are you cracking your knuckles? And he's like, yeah, I wanted to see if it would annoy you. Nigga, why? I didn't mean to call him that. Jimmy, why? Why? I don't understand the whole vibe of I did this to annoy you. That is weird to me. But whatever. She said, well, don't, because that's an ick for her, cracking knuckles. She asked about his social media and said that it was an issue in the past. So she said, who you follow? He was like, he follows friends, co-workers, random comedians, and then said he doesn't follow people that he doesn't know. That's a lie. You said you follow comedians and you follow some sports pages. Do you know those comedians? She said that she doesn't want somebody that's lusting after women on Instagram. She said that do that on your own time. This is where I got confused, Jessica, because you're saying that it's not a level of insecurity, but then you're saying do it on your own time, but you feel it's disrespectful in a relationship. People are going to look at other people, right? I guess I would like clarity with it, right? I have friends that are married, and I know that they follow other people that they're not married to that they find attractive, especially like if it's like a celebrity or just an influencer. So, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that once you're married, you shouldn't follow anybody of the opposite sex if you don't know them? Because that's the vibe I got. And it makes me think that Jessica has some trust issues. There might have been infidelity in her past relationships. So she's a little guarded and she's not sure how to quite navigate that yet. But that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out if he picks her. She's getting real sprung off of him. He's still torn, but I feel like he's leading both of these ladies on. I do. I feel like I kind of feel like by week two or whatever, however many days they're in there, you should be like narrowing in on somebody. But it's probably easier said than done. So then we get to Jimmy and Chelsea. So Chelsea is she's emotional. I can't. Chelsea is very very emotional. Um, Chelsea's very very emotional, and I think that she's somebody that wears her heart on her sleeve, but it's coming out just as like, ah, you know what I mean? It's weird how like why you always up in here crying, and only to the same man. That's the thing. So she tells him that there's tension in the pods, and he was like, with the women, and she was like, yes. She said that she somebody came up to her and asked her was she dating him. She said yes, I am dating him, and it got weird. So he knows that it's now Jessica, which I think knocked Jessica down the peg because why you running up on other people like that? So she then tells Jimmy, Chelsea, that she thinks he is mysterious. And he was like, why? And she was like, because I don't know what face you're making when you're annoyed or when I'm crying. And I really want Chelsea to go home. I do. I don't think this is the best venue for her. So he brings up the other day, or she brings up the other day when he kind of blew her off about being divorced. And he told her that, just so you know, your news was the least heavy. And then they just move on from there. And it's like, here's the thing. Do I think that Jessica should have told him a little sooner? Yes. But I feel like if Jimmy is not okay with it now, he needs to say that. If you have apprehensions about it, say that now. If you're a little worried about it, say that now. Don't wait until it's too late and like you know what I mean? I don't know. Um he then tells her that choosing her, he knows, would be a fun life. They would have all these adventures, they will he likes to travel once a month. He would want to travel more than once a month. He would never want to be in the house. Like, let's go out, let's do things on the weekends. Let's go find an adventure, whether it's going out to dinner or doing something of the sort. We then get to Trevor and Chelsea. This is when shit got real. He tells her that she's the only person that he really wants to talk to. He doesn't want to talk to anybody else. He had a date with somebody else, and the entire time he was like, "Damn, I wonder what Chelsea doing." So that's the type of time that he's on. Okay. He doesn't want her to narrow it down. He doesn't want to tell her to narrow it down. He wants that to be a choice that she makes because then, resentment comes in, she may pick the other way. So she asks if he has any fears with meeting her. And he was like, you mean like how you look? And she was like, well, yeah. And he was like, no, because I already love you. And that's an O. So then, she's all dramatic and they just be there with their notebook and they're just screaming in the pillow. And it's like, why y'all are they telling y'all to be this theatrical? So she doesn't say it back. She was like, I wish I could express how I'm feeling. Girl, you can. But she doesn't say it back. She was like, this is a good reaction for me because I feel like I want to pass out. And he was like, yeah, passing out is the best reaction when somebody says, I love you. I was like, damn. Trevor, I don't know. I don't know, sir. I don't know if this, sheesh. So finally, she goes back to the ladies' lounge and she's crying. And she's like, Trevor said he loves me, but then there's Jimmy, and men are always mean to me. And I said, girl, what is all the tears for? Jessica is over it. Jessica's pissed. Jessica walks away when she mentions Jimmy, but then when she said that Trevor said he loved her, Jessica came like walking back over, like, are you fucking kidding? I'll be glad when we get knee deep into how everybody, what the couples, because when we're going through all this back and forth and stuff in the pods, it's too much. It's too much. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in episode 4.